guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the all-new 2022 Nissan Pathfinder. This one is the SL trim. There's 4 trims you could choose from. There is the S, SV, SL, which is this one, and then there is a Platinum, and you could choose a few packages on those trims. So for the SL trim you could choose the premium package, but this one does not have the premium package. But let me go ahead and review this SL trim for you guys and show you all the features this one has. Under the hood, they're going to be a 3.5 naturally aspirated V6 that is connected to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Finally, there is no CVT transmission in the Pathfinder, and this engine produces 284 horses and 259 pound-feet of torque, and the fuel economy numbers are very impressive: 21 in the city, 27 highway, and 23 combined. Here is a MSRP sticker of this 2022 Nissan Pathfinder. If you guys are interested in the standard feature this one has, just go ahead and pause the video. And it does have a few options, and the price on this one is almost $44,000. If you guys are interested in this color is called Pearl White Trico, and it looks right on this Pathfinder. Nissan does offer the two-tone color, and I think it does look much better on this Pathfinder. This Pathfinder competes against the Honda Pilot, the Toyota Highlander, and the Kia Telluride on Hyundai Palisade. And for 2022, as I said, the Pathfinder was completely redesigned, and honestly it does look very good. Very similar to the Rogue, and especially from the front, but the back not by much. Coming to the front, I love the massive V-Motion grille. It is finished in chrome. You could get a package to basically black out this chrome trim, and the grille is going to be finished in gloss black. I think it does look good. This is the updated Nissan logo, so Nissan changed their logo and this is the new one, and I think it does look good. For the headlights on the top strip is going to be an LED. This is basically the daytime running light, and for the high and low beam they're going to be sitting in reflectors. And I'm really upset, for $44,000 Nissan is using a halogen turn signal indicators right here in the front. This Pathfinder does have parking sensors in the front. Fog lights are going to be in the bottom, and they are LED. And this is going to be the sensor for the braking assist. Does have a brushed aluminum skid plate looking, but of course it's not an actual skid plate. And the vents in the bottom, they are actually functional, which is good. But I think the front of this Pathfinder looks amazing. But let's go ahead and move to the side of this Pathfinder, and I'll show you how it looks like from the side. Here is a side view of this Pathfinder, and honestly the side view looks good. I love the fact that you could see the headlights standing from the side, and even for the taillights as well. From the side, nothing too aggressive. This is a family SUV, so of course it doesn't have to be aggressive. It does say Pathfinder right there in the bottom, which is a really nice touch. And for the mirrors do have turn signal indicators, and they do have a camera for the 360 camera system this Pathfinder has, and I really love the floating roof design. Nissan is well known for it. And on the roof there are going to be some roof rails and crossbars, but the crossbars are part of an option. For the rims, they do look good. They're finished in brushed aluminum and gray, and the size of those rims, they are 255/60/18 on this SL trim. And if you need bigger rims, you have to go with the Platinum trim. I think the Platinum trim offers 20 inches if I'm not mistaken. But I love the fact that this SL trim has a ton of rubber, so an SUV should have a ton of rubber. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back of this Pathfinder. Here is the back of this Pathfinder, and honestly the back of this Pathfinder looks good. But something that I really don't like about the back of this Pathfinder is the taillights. The taillight design looks good, and I love the fact they're nice and long, and they do get extended into the quarter panel. So I think really nice design, but I hate the fact that only the running light is going to be LED. The turn signal indicators and the reverse are going to be halogen. For $44,000, I think Nissan should have made the reverse and the turn signal indicators LED. I love the fact that Pathfinder is right in here in the back. It is nice and big, and of course Nissan logo is going to be in the back. It does have gloss black trim right here. The wiper is going to be located right here in the bottom. I really wish it was hidden right underneath the spoiler. I think it would have looked better. Third brake light, of course, is going to be up top. But seriously guys, I love the fact that Pathfinder is right here in the back. It does look very good. and SL with the four-wheel drive badges all the way to the right. In the back, there are going to be some parking sensors, and reflectors are located in a good spot. And all the way in the bottom, this is going to be finished in flat black, and they're going to be some brushed aluminum / silver trim. Here is a key of this Pathfinder. Feels very nice and light, but Nissan been using this key for a really long time. I think 11 or 12 years now, and probably even more. But the key itself, it's nice and light, and it feels nice and solid. It does have the updated Nissan logo, and it does have 5 buttons on it: remote start, lock, unlock, lift gate release, and a panic button. There is 3 ways to open the lift gate. There's one on the key, one inside, and there is a button right here. It is a rubber button, and by the way, I forgot to mention, but the backup camera is right here. So just go ahead and click on it. And it does open nice and quick. And on the lift gate, there are going to be 2 buttons. A button to close the lift gate, and another button to close the lift gate and then lock the SUV. There's going to be a handle right there and a halogen light. And there is a ton of space in the back of this Pathfinder, even with the 3rd row being up. And underneath, there's going to be a huge storage place. And by the way, this stays up like this, so it doesn't go down. So I really love that. There are going to be some tie downs, a 12-volt socket, and on the other side there are going to be another tie down, a hook. But let's go ahead and drop the 3rd row down and show you how much space there is with the 3rd row down. So there is a ton of space with the 3rd row down. There are going to be more tie downs, 2 cup holders, 2 cup holders on the left, and I believe there's going to be a USB there, if I'm not mistaken. I really can't see. Yep, that's a USB right there. But let me go ahead and drop the 2nd row down now and show you how much room there is in this Pathfinder. Alright, so I just dropped the 2nd row down. So all the seats are down now, and seriously guys, there is a ton of space inside of this Pathfinder. Nice and wide, and there's just a ton of space. There are going to be some AC vents on the sides. And seriously, I'm very impressed with the amount of space this Pathfinder has. But let's go ahead and move inside of it and show you the interior of this Pathfinder. Here is the front door panel. It does look very good, and it is all finished in black. This top portion is going to be wrapped in leather. It is nice and soft. It does have some white stitching. The door handle feels very nice and solid. It does have some flat black around it, which is fine. The trim right here is going to be finished in gloss black. Nice cubby right here. Window switches, mirror controls, everything looks good, and everything is automatic up and down, and the window switches and everything feels very nice and high quality. This almost feels like leather, but it is that synthetic rubber material, but it is nice and padded, so I really like that. And this is going to be plastic. This is plastic. There's going to be some gray trim right here. I love the design of this plastic right here. There's going to be a speaker in the bottom and a ton of storage place in the bottom of this front door with a bottle holder. And the seats are very, very comfortable. Nissan Zero Gravity seats. They are wrapped in leather in this SL trim, and this is going to be cloth, but the rest is going to be wrapped in leather. And here are the seat controls, and this seat does have lumbar support. But let's go ahead and move inside this Nissan Pathfinder, and I'll show you the interior of it. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2022 Nissan Pathfinder, and honestly this thing looks amazing. There is a ton of soft materials. Here is a steering wheel. It does look the same as the Nissan Rogue. Beautiful design. It does have the flat bottom design, brushed aluminum right here in the bottom, and of course the updated Nissan logo. All the way to the left are going to be the volume controls, the seat buttons. This button right here will control the screen in the middle. It is a 7-inch screen, I believe, and there are going to be 2 buttons right here. You could go left and right through a few things. And there is this wheel right here. You can go up and down, and the gauges look good and very easy to read and understand. And there's going to be some gloss black right on top of the steering wheel, and it does have some paddle shifters, which is really nice. And here is the headlight controls with the turn signal controls, and everything feels nice, and everything has a really nice sound, very high quality. And on the right is going to be the wiper controls for the front and back, and right here they're going to be the brightness control. This is the steering assist and tailgate release. Here is a screen. It's a 9-inch screen. It does look very good, and I really like the fact that it's not completely curved and it's not completely squared. It has like a kind of like a slope right here, but it is pointy, which is nice. It does have a volume knob and a tune knob, and it does have a good amount of buttons right underneath it. You'll have the map, the camera, so basically some shortcuts that will take you straight to the maps. And very good. The screen is going to be finished in gloss black, and overall I think it does look good. And there's going to be a ton of gloss black around the screen. I do have mixed feelings about this gloss black, but from what it looks like, it's not collecting a lot of dust. I'm not exactly sure how it will be after a while. And as I said, there's the shortcut buttons right underneath the screen. Here is the emergency light button, and the AC vents are actually very small in this Pathfinder, but they're very strong. So even having the fan speed on #1, it is very it's very loud or very high. Here is the engine start stop. It is located in a very good spot. It does have 3 stages heated seats, and everything feels good. Fan finish is amazing. Here is the temperature control, and it does have an on and off, auto function, sync function. Here are the climate controls. You could control the you could control the rear climate controls from the front, and here is the heated steering wheel. In the bottom, they're going to be one USB, one USB-C, a 12-volt, good amount of storage place. I think if you get the premium package, you will get a wireless phone charger. And here is the shifter that will control the 9-speed automatic transmission in this Pathfinder. Very easy to use. There is a button on the left. Click on it, move it to the back for drive, move it to the front for reverse, slightly for neutral, and then here is the park button. It's finished in plastic, but does look good. Let me go ahead and show you the backup camera. Backup camera resolution is very good, and when you turn the steering wheel, the lines do move, and the 360 camera is actually very good, but I really wish it was a tiny bit bigger. And by the way, this Pathfinder does have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and there is brushed aluminum around the buttons and the shifter. They're going to be 2 cup holders, good size, and they're going to be a small storage place, and they're going to be a little bit of gloss black right here. Here is the e-brake, brake hold, engine shut off. When you come to complete stop, the engine will turn off, and it does have a good amount of modes. So let me go ahead and show you what kind of modes they have. This Pathfinder has. It does have, let me go all the way up. It does have sand, mud, snow, auto, eco, sport, tow, and that's it. So there is probably 7 modes, I think. And Pathfinder is going to be right here. The armrest is nice and soft. It does have double stitching, and inside there is a ton of storage place with coin holders right there. Here is a rear view mirror. It's nice and big, but it's a little bit on the bulky side. It does have the auto dimming function, and it does have garage control buttons. And right here, they're going to be a glasses holder. It does have some halogen lights for $44,000. I really wish it did have LED lights. It does have an SOS button, a button to turn on all the lights in this Pathfinder. And here is the visor. The visor does have a mirror in it. It is nice and soft, very nice and solid, and it does have a halogen light up there. So seriously, I am very impressed with the interior of this Pathfinder. It does look very good. And actually, I forgot to mention, but this dash is going to be wrapped in leather. It is nice and soft. This is nice and soft, and this is nice and soft. So everything is literally nice and soft. And by the way, I actually completely forgot to mention, there is a storage place in the bottom, It is nice and big. And if you guys are curious, what is this made out of? This one is that synthetic rubber material, so it is nice and soft. And overall, guys, I really love the interior of this Pathfinder. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back of this Pathfinder. For the back door panel, it does look good, and I'm glad that Nissan did not cheap out. This whole thing is going to be wrapped in leather. It is nice and soft. I love the stitching. It does have a privacy cover, which is good. And the door handle feels the same as the front, a tiny bit lighter. This whole thing is going to be nice and soft, and it keeps going all the way down here. So this whole thing is nice and soft, which is good. Plastic, which is expected. Good amount of storage place in the bottom. Speaker in the bottom. They're going to be 2 cup holders, and as I mentioned, all the windows are automatic up and down, and they're going to be a big cubby right here. And the second row is nice and spacious. There is a ton of space. The legroom is very good. Headroom is very good. This is a 3-row SUV, so it does have to have a good amount of legroom and headroom. And there's going to be an armrest right here. 2 cup holders. The armrest is nice and soft. Good amount of storage place. And this Pathfinder does have tri-client control, and it does have one USB here in the back. And if you guys are curious about how to move the second row to the front, you could actually do it 2 different ways. There is really nothing right here. I thought there was something here, but to drop this section right here down, you have to lift this up. But if you want to move the whole thing to the front to be able to go in the back, you click on this button. And I love what Nissan did with this second row. So I love the fact that it moves all the way up by itself just by clicking a button. It just makes it super easy to get to the third row. But let me go ahead and jump in the third row and show you how much legroom and headroom I have. So I am sitting in the third row now, and honestly there is a very good amount of space in the third row, and the seats are very comfortable. Usually the back seats are not that comfortable since kids sit back here. My knees are not as high as the other SUVs I reviewed, so definitely sitting in the back is very comfortable, and reclining the seats down makes a huge difference. There are going to be 2 cup holders here in the back on the left, and there is 2 more on the right with 1 USB. I really wish there was another USB on the left, but seriously guys, there is a ton of space in the back of this Pathfinder, and the seats are very nice and comfortable. And even the people that are going to be sitting in the front, it's not going to be that bad. So very good amount of space. And this button is to move the seat to the front. Let's go ahead and do the other one. And going out is super easy, and coming in is super easy. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this all-new 2021 Nissan Pathfinder. I would like to thank Dave and George Hart Nissan here in West Haven, Connecticut for providing me this Pathfinder SL. If you guys are around, if you guys are interested, I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.